So Google has finally entered the gaming market, and honestly I think they hit it the best way that they could, and they're planning to lead the industry. This is B from the Nerd Grid, and we're here to talk about the new streaming service that Google has called Stadia. They have so many good ideas with this service, and I really hope it works, because if it works, this is going to change gaming forever. And a lot of people were assuming that streaming wasn't possible in 2019, and maybe in the future it would be, but the future is now. It's coming now. It's coming this year, later this year, when Google releases this product. It's only Google that I think could have done this early, because they have the resources, they have the money, and I think they have the potential to really make this Stadia thing really, really fantastic. So Google intends to do this with their extensive databases and all the connections that they have in 200 countries. And it's crazy to think that they have this much scope, and that's why one of the biggest reasons why I think this could be pretty successful. And one of the craziest thoughts is that you could be playing on your phone 60 frames per second, 1080p, sometimes probably even 4K in the future, more likely. And in the future, they're planning to support 8K and 120 frames. That's crazy. That seems so far away, but we're getting that probably sooner than we thought we would. There's no limits apparently to this service, and they want developers to go all out. And that's the thing about streaming. That's why the gaming industry is going towards streaming. We're in an awkward phase right now where everything has a lot of memory. It's takes a long time to download, and it's really hard to make the games that they really want to, because there's obviously constraints with consoles right now, and the consoles of this generation have been out since 2013. It's been 6 years about, and it's kind of hard to keep pushing the boundaries when you have a lot of constraints. But with streaming, it allows you to do this differently. And there are a lot of specifics about Stadia, but all you need to know is this thing is powerful, and games are going to look amazing when they come out on this platform. Arguably, they probably would look the best and run the best on Stadia, but we're not sure about that. We'll have to see, and that's the thing. Here's the asterisk here. We will have to see what they're going to plan. Right now, they have partners like id. They are releasing Doom Eternal, and they will have some sort of a demo going on Stadia during the same GDC event, which will be pretty cool to look at. The biggest thing that I feel like we got besides the whole streaming announcement is that Google is going to have their development studio. They're going to have a gaming development studio, which is going to be led by none other than Jaden Raymond. And she has worked on games on Ubisoft's side, Assassin's Creed. That's pretty big. This person knows what they're doing, and that's really important, because if Google decided to come in with someone who wasn't experienced or hadn't made such a big franchise, then it might have taken some of their legitimacy off. But it's really interesting that they're getting who they're getting, and I think they're going to be able to make fantastic games whenever they do come out. And I'm sure it's going to take a few years before we see any announcements, but all I know is that I'm looking forward to this. There's also a controller. It looks all right. It kind of looks a little uncomfortable, if I had to be honest. It has a traditional layout, but we'll definitely see if we can get a controller here and see if we can test it out and see if it's worth what it is. To end this video, I just want to say that we haven't had our hands with this product. Obviously, all the media outlets should be giving their opinions and details on what we didn't see during the presentation. However, we got to keep an open mind that this project might not go as well as we thought it would. So let's just keep an open mind, but also be excited at the fact that we could be able to game wherever we want, essentially, and probably even grow the gaming community even bigger. So with that said, I'd like to leave you guys with a question. Are you guys excited for Stadia, or do you think it's too much for now? Let me know in the comments below. This has been B from the Nerd Grid. I'm signing off. Peace.